Sam hated being poor. He lived in a small house in a quiet village near the river Nile in Egypt. When there was work, he labored on farms, but when there wasn't, he would sit by the river, watching the water flow. Often, he dreamed of sailing in a beautiful boat, heading to Cairo, where a new life awaited him, a life with a big house, fine clothes, plenty of food, and lots of money. One day, after another long morning of staring at the river, he had had enough. "I can't live like this anymore," he thought. He made up his mind, he was going to Cairo to become rich. As he walked through the village, he ran into his old friend, Alex. "Alex. I'm so happy to see you before I go," Sam said excitedly. "Before you go? Where are you going?" Alex asked, surprised. "I'm going to Cairo to become rich," Sam announced with excitement. Alex raised an eyebrow. "And how exactly are you going to do that?" Sam opened his mouth to answer, but then hesitated. He hadn't really thought about the how. Alex chuckled and put a hand on his friend's shoulder. "Come with me. I'll help you." Alex led Sam down a narrow street to Hafsa's house. In front of the house was a large garden, filled with chickens running around. Everyone in the village knew that Hafsa's eggs were the best. "Good morning, Hafsa," Alex greeted. "We need 200 eggs in a big basket." "Eggs? What for?" Sam asked, confused. "With these eggs, you can go to the big market in Cairo," Alex explained. "Sell them for a good price, then buy something else to sell somewhere else for even more money. Keep buying and selling, and soon, you'll be rich." Sam's eyes lit up. "That makes sense. Once you make money, you can return the cost of the eggs to me," Alex added, "and maybe a little extra for helping you start your business." Alex handed him the basket of eggs, and they walked to the river, where they found a boat heading to Cairo. "Here's some money for the journey," Alex said, pressing a few coins into Sam's hand. "Cairo is waiting for you, good food, beautiful clothes, everything you've ever dreamed of. Good luck, Sam. Come back rich." Sam beamed, waved goodbye, and stepped onto the boat. 20 minutes later, the boat set sail. In just 2 hours, he would arrive in Cairo. "A new life is waiting for me," he thought, closing his eyes to picture the great city. Suddenly, a voice called out, "Sam. Where are you going with all those eggs?" Sam opened his eyes. It was Jack, the baker's son, who was also going to Cairo to sell his father's cakes. "I'm not just selling eggs," Sam said proudly. "Oh. Then what are you doing?" Jack asked. Curious, a few other passengers, including a man and his wife, turned to listen. Sam grinned. He loved talking about his dreams. "First, I'll sell these eggs at the market. Since they're Hafsa's eggs, I'll get a good price." "Hafsa's eggs are the best," Jack agreed. "Then," Sam continued, "I'll buy some fine material, the most beautiful fabric you've ever seen. Cairo has fabrics you can't find anywhere else." Some women nearby looked up, interested. "What kind of fabric?" one of them asked. "The finest. With colors so rich and bright, you wouldn't believe it," Sam boasted. "I'll bring the fabric back to the village and sell it for a high price." "And then?" Jack asked, amused. "With that money, I'll buy a water buffalo," Sam said, puffing out his chest. "A water buffalo?" Jack laughed. "From 200 eggs to a water buffalo? That's good business." The others nodded in agreement. Sam, full of excitement, stood up. "When the buffalo has a calf, I'll have 2 buffaloes," he declared. "Then, I'll sell them and become rich. And when I'm rich, I'll have a servant. I'll tell him, do this. Do that. Run faster. And if he's too slow, I'll give him a big kick like this. Sam swung his foot to demonstrate. But in his excitement, he accidentally kicked the basket of eggs. Everyone gasped as the basket tumbled over the edge of the boat. Splash! 200 eggs sank into the river Nile. Sam froze, his dreams shattering like the eggs beneath the water. He was left with nothing but his foolishness. And his dreams, floating away with the current. Sam, come back rich. Alex called out. Sam smiled, waved goodbye to his friend, and stepped onto the boat. His heart raced with excitement. This is it. My new life begins now. 20 minutes later, the boat set sail. In just 2 hours, Sam would arrive in Cairo for the first time. He closed his eyes. Picturing the grand city, its bustling streets, towering buildings, and endless opportunities. Sam. Where are you going with all those eggs? Sam opened his eyes. It was Jack, the baker's son. He was also traveling to Cairo to sell his father's cakes. I'm not just selling eggs, Sam replied with pride. Jack raised an eyebrow. Oh. Then what are you doing? A man and his wife from their village turned to listen, curious about Sam's answer. Sam loved talking about his dreams, and this was his chance to impress them. First, I'll sell these eggs at the market, Sam began. I bought them from Hafsa, so I'll get a good price. Hafsa's eggs are the best, Jack agreed. Then Sam continued, his voice full of excitement, I'll buy the finest materials, beautiful fabrics you can't find anywhere else. Some women sitting nearby turned their heads. What kind of fabrics? One of them asked. The most amazing ones. Sam said with wide eyes. Materials made with colors so rich and unique that I can't even describe them. I'll bring them back to our village and sell them for a high price, and then? Jack asked, smiling, with that money, I'll buy a water buffalo. Sam declared, a water buffalo? From 200 eggs to a buffalo? Jack chuckled. That's quite a business. Very good business, the others agreed. Sam, getting more and more excited, jumped to his feet. When the buffalo has a calf, I'll have 2 buffaloes, he shouted. Then I'll sell them, become rich, and have a servant to work for me. I'll say, do this. Do that. Hurry up. And if he's too slow, I'll give him a big kick like this. Sam swung his foot to show them. But in his excitement, he accidentally kicked the basket of eggs. Everyone gasped. The basket tumbled over the edge of the boat. Splash! 200 eggs disappeared into the river Nile, sinking to the bottom. Sam stood frozen, his dreams sinking along with them. He had nothing left, only his foolishness. And his empty hands.